Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Parasha of Parshat Tazria, we read about the laws which are, on the one hand, very strange and very difficult for us to comprehend. It is the law of someone who's struck with a condition called Tzaraat. Tzaraat is a condition called leprosy. It was, but it's not the leprosy of that we know of today. It was rather skin lesions that appeared on the body or the clothes or on the walls of the house. It was then that the job of the Kohein to come and evaluate the situation and determine whether this person actually had this condition called Tzaraat, and if they did, the Kohein would call out tamei and impure, and this person would have to separate themselves from the camp. Of course, this is a traumatic experience for anyone, and all of us who've gone through this last couple of years of COVID understand how difficult isolation can really be. So here's a fascinating insight that I saw in the name of Rabbi Mordechai Kamenetsky about this Parsha and this phenomenon. He says like this: where in the Torah Torah does not like to waste words. So when a word appears more than once or more than twice, we really have to start paying attention to what is going on. And it's fascinating enough, in this particular section regarding the laws of the person who has this condition called Tzaraat, 45 times the word Kohen appears. And you shall go to the Kohen, and you shall appear before the Kohen, and the Kohen shall have a look, and the Kohen shall check, and after a week the Kohen will return. He will have a look again, and if you are pure, this is the purification process. Every step of the way we find the word Kohen being mentioned. And here is an amazing, powerful insight, and something that we as a society don't actually appreciate or deal with, and something that we are remiss in. The Torah is telling us that here is this person with a condition called Tzaraat. He or she is now isolated, and they need help and they need support. And guiding them every step of the way is none other than our friendly Kohen. From the beginning, from the moment that the condition strikes, to the end of the entire process, the Kohen is there, mentioned 45 times, as I said before. What a powerful and incredible lesson that is. Because how many of us, when we hear about someone who's undergoing some sort of personal tragedy, or there's a national tragedy, or we hear about war or famine or some event that is taking place, we are quickly moved to try and do something for that person. But as the days go by and the weeks go by and the months go by, those phone calls recede. We call the people less. We get kind of distracted. We're working on our own things. New problems are coming into our lives, and the person just drops down the list of our priorities and our importance. And thus the Torah comes along and says that the whole journey that this Mitzorah, this leper is going to go through, the Kohen was always going to be there. It was like his personal case manager, helping him and guiding him every step of the way. Now, we're not expecting each and every one of us to be the case manager for every single person who's got a problem, but certainly we can learn from this story about how to treat and how to look after those who are vulnerable, to pick up the phone and just to check in. How are you actually coping? I know I spoke to you last week, or I know I spoke to you last month. Just checking in again, seeing how you are. And if we can learn to train ourselves as a community and as a society to act like that Kohen, to be a surrogate case worker for this particular person who's going through the tough times, we can help them go through to the end when they're once again purified, rehabilitated, and able to re-enter society. Shabbat Shalom.